Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to show you my flip through of my Shabby paper towel roll journal. And I've got that done, all ready to go. And here is the sneaky peek. And I'm alternating, so I'm back in my December daily. And here is the page for today. It is one of those silverware pockets. And I don't think I made it into a belly band. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you might not want to. So this is my peacock tree. So that's what's on the photo here. Oh, and I journaled on it. Good for me. And then I have a little pocket down here that has just two little tiny tags. And that is all for the sneaky peek for the day. And let me go to the next one. What is the next one? Oh, I can show you this one too. There's not much to it. Okay, so this is a card somebody gave me, or that's from one of my packages. Oh, from Mom. But I have an embossed, really pretty embossed folder here, and I rubbed some rub and dub on it. So it's got a real pretty sheen to it, like antique-y. And over here was supposed to be my joke. There's this joke I remember from way back when, and it's Noel, but you would have the whole alphabet without the L, and you had to figure out what that meant, and it was Noel. Well, stupid me left the L in it. So that's why there's a big piece of gold there. All right, there was your sneaky peek of the day. Oh, and so of course I've got my hitch and ball fastener here. I really need to order some more of these. I don't think I have any more. But you always put an eyelet in the back. And then you have a string. And I just use my scrap. And here on the front is our little secret flip out. And you've got your journal card that's up inside. And I used a piece of Stamperia so it can bend really easy. So it goes in there pretty nicely. But you got to get it started first. But yeah, it'll slide right up in there. Here's my bookmark in case I want one for the journal to play with. I put a little bit of something there just so it was not so plain. And then you close it shut. I had this little piece here that I thought looked like a one of those "this book belongs to" kind of deals. So I stuck that there. Oh, now this is what I ended up with. It's a fat journal, but see how it expands? It just keeps expanding. It's only one signature, so that's why I like these. Now I think I had promised to link it at the end of my decorating video of this, but I didn't. So I will link it at the end of this one. How I made the paper towel cover. So I will write that down so I remember. Okay. Thank you everybody for coming to visit before I get started and forget all of that. This is a pretty kit. I think it's from the Journal Boat, and she's actually the Journal Boater now, to put an ER on the end. But this is her Secret Garden kit. It's one of the very first kits I got. I loved it. I made Mom a garden journal with it. And I didn't do, it's supposed to be a shabby chic journal. I didn't put any lace hardly in here. I wanted the burnt edge look to be overall. Now this is Kyung's She's Wonders by Wink on Etsy. This is her Vintage Paris. I had these extra ones that I had printed out, so I put that one in here as well. And then I have a little pocket here that has just a fold out. It's got another Stamperia paper that's in here. I can't remember which this is. It might be, I don't know. And it's tight. Oh my goodness, how tight is that? Well, I'll get back in here and fix that later. Oh, it's the one that had the little green dragonfly. I love that one. Okay, so I'll fix that later. And I decorated this big doily. I put purple behind it so it was a little firmer. And on this one, I actually did some script. And used some pieces from the kit. Made a little pocket back here. to have a couple little items in it. And then most of this is from the kit. The pages from the kit. Now there's one of the tags. I did a little stenciling on it. This is actually a little envelope. And I think you can open it up. Yeah, that ribbon holds it shut. So you can put something inside of there. So it goes like that. And then I tucked it in here like this. And then this is a piece of I think it was scrapbook paper. So I put a couple little ephemera pieces from the kit in it. And then I made this go over. I used a bunch of scrap lace that I had and just stuck it on the edge there. And then I made this little double tag, I guess you'd call it. Also stenciled on the inside. And then I left a lot of room in here where you could write or put photos or whatever. I had somebody that made this little dress for me. So I put that in there since it was pink. And I put this at the bottom. And this has got some collage paper from Tim Holtz on the back. I wanted to get a little bit more of this tone on this page. So it wasn't so pink. This is just a stamped page. And then of course, because of the copy paper being the inexpensive kind, it always comes through. Oh, but anyway, this was a stamp off, so I covered it with that. You might still see just a little bit, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Yeah, this was a stamp off from me doing some side tucks. You'll probably see it further back. And this is a piece of Stamperia. And then I used one with a pink butterfly and flower and put that on the outside. This is Flower Alphabet. Piece of vellum with glitter in it. And then here's my kaleidoscope pocket. I've got a video on that I have from recent. And it's got little tucks all the way around. You can go way up in there if you want to. But I didn't want to cover up my pretty little lady. So I think I got a little bit of glue in there that I shouldn't have. There we go. All right. And this, I'm trying to remember where that come from. I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, it's Shabby Ticking by My Porch Prints. That's it. So that's a beautiful kit too. Here is one of the tags from the kit in this crazy little pocket I come up with. You saw me putting that in when I was doing the decorating episode of this. This is a matchbook. It says the flowers appear on the earth, and she's got flowers for her puppy. And it opens. It does open. I haven't opened it in a long time. But I've sewn the little signature at the top, at the crease, and then you glue it right here at the very tips, and then that is able to slide right back in there. Yeah, I love these things. I gotta make some more. I don't think I have very many or any in my stash. Okay, this was a doily that my friend Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy gave me. I sprayed it. I put it on the back of this scrap piece of paper. You still can't even really tell it's a doily, but I'm okay with it. And then I put this rub-on from Hobby Lobby there. And a saying and some washi tape is on there. And I think it's another of my Journal Boat Secret Garden. Okay, in this pocket, this was another piece a friend made me, and so I thought, well, let me put it in here. And then this one was a copy of these really large tags I made, so I went and made a copy and put it in here. And that is one of the, this was the pocket part of the side tucks that I made. One piece was going to be too wide, so I made a pocket. And this is a little coin purse, and I put this little gold piece in here, and it just tucks. It's like a side tuck. It's only got two parts that's glued down. And this little guy, I made a belly band on here. This is a big pocket, and this was something I think Roxy Creations had done a couple years back, and it's just little tags that's in here. You can put in kind of little stamps, tags, whatever you want. And it's like a little postcard at the back. And that's a little piece of vellum. And I did that. I was going to glue it down then because I'd done so nice of a stenciling job on the back. I decided to put in the belly band. So this is from one of the Stamperia packs. I think it's Dream. So it has some nice stuff in there. It's really light pink on the background. And this was just a piece of 12 by 12 that I cut in half. I put down my lace on the top and the bottom. Then I glued the other part down. And so you didn't see either edge of the lace. Here's another pocket and a couple of pieces from the kit. I like this little guy that's tilling these garden. Reminds me of the Farmer's Almanac. And this piece, which I have promised that I'm going to make because it was so old. I hadn't made it in a long time. But it's a file folder flip. It's like a, I don't know if you'd call it a waterfall file folder flip. But that's all there is to it. It's on like this one little strip. And I made these little gusset pieces. And I put each one of those down. I thought it turned out really cute. But I may do a quick video on that. Now I had an extra piece of what is on the cover. Now that came from Scrapbooking with Me. And I had these that I'd made from the window envelopes a while back. Part 2. Anyhow, so it has a dangle on the top. And that went perfect right there because it hangs out the top for me. And I think this paper was from my Jewel Design, and it was her retro baking, or yeah, retro recipe keeper. I think that's it. I'm always getting that wrong. All right, now this is my center spread. I ended up having to cut these two apart. They never work together. This is a double belly band, a double tag belly band, I call it. So you can see on the outside I've got like memories there and pretty there. And then there's just a great big belly band to hold a large card. And I love that paper that's behind them as well. So I put a piece of washi up through the center to hide the string that was still visible. And, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, okay. But there's plenty of room. And this is the one page I sewed because I had to sew those two together because they were white on the back. And this is kind of a cute little idea. I had a few pieces left from a ephemera pack that I had. And so anyway, I glued this down to about like at that point. And I put this in. It's like a little journal card I made. Or no, tag. And then it reflected the thumb pull here, so I'll put it right down here. And then this was another just scrap. I guess it's just scrap. Pieces of vellum are on there. It's all kinds of stuff. But you can still write on it. And then here is my favorite, my corset pocket, which it has the little skinny pocket there. You go back down in there. And then it's got a index card. It's one of the smaller ones, and I just left it plain because it is to be written on. It's right down in there. This I tried to get this window, a chipboard window, to go on here with it, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Here's the other side of that 12 by 12 I cut in half and glued together. A kiss to build a dream on. I have a lot of blues in here, which, you know, usually you don't see that in Shabby Chic, but I think it worked. It worked because it went with this kit as well. Here's another, just a couple pieces from the Secret Garden. And I really didn't do much to the backs of these. I did a little bit of inking on some. Some I did a little stenciling. And then some I just Didn't do nothing. And then I glued this here to be a pocket. That's just a couple little pieces from the kit. Shabby ticking. So many different pretty pieces of that. All right, now here's one at the side tuck I was talking about that I had made. And it says always and forever. And then I have this. This was another one of those matchbooks I made, but it was a longer version. And I just put all kinds of stuff on there. I had scrap. And then inside it's scrap as well. See? It's those little skinny pieces I had, and I just alternated them. And it worked. And then it doesn't have anything on the back. It's just a piece of Tim Holtz paper. So, the little girls, they tuck right back in there. Flower vegetable garden. Here, I wasn't crazy about the way this worked out, but oh well. It had script over here, so I thought, well, let me put some script over here. It's alright. That's another one of those rub-ons from Hobby Lobby. And the other side of that doily. More of the ticking. And then this is my paint chip pocket, where I have a side tuck, just like the corset pocket. And there's 3 pockets. There's one here with nothing in it, and then these 2 have the same little cord in them. So, and then here's the other side of that vellum, and I decided to fussy cut this out and put on here, but it had this white background, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. So this little envelope that Blossom and Inspire by Sandra Wildermuth, she made something like this one day. And then this is my challenge this week for Carolyn's Craft Tree. See if I can get that back down there. Oh yeah, that was about the only spot that fit in too. Now this was just from a wedding card or something, and I cut those off and put them on here. That one's kind of helping to hide the print that's coming through. See the hat. Okay, this is a crazy looking little. It's one of those side tucks that you make from scrap strips. And then this was a piece that I made a while back. Just scraps. Put them all together. It's like a collage. Ooh, missed that one. And that one's pretty. And here's the back side of that piece. I like the cactus. But what's in here is one of those faux envelopes. So you unwrap it and you're able to journal in it. And then I just decorated the front piece right there. And it folds shut. And this is just a big journal card from the kit. I don't know what that is though. Good grief. Oh well. It lends character. First time I've seen that. Okay, here's my, this is my, I think this is my other challenge for this week. Maybe that other one was last week. So this is Caroline's Craft Tree for this week. And it was bingo, coupon, which I use this Merritt's with. Oh gosh. It was like a coffee filter. I didn't have it, so I used the doily. Anyway, on lined paper, I figured that would count. And I saw Lorette make this the other day. Well, something similar. Hers was so much better. So this is mine. But it's got 2 tags in it. So this is just a piece of that same, I think, dream. I'll put that back in there later. And it's got 2 pockets. Now hers was closed right here. But I decided to make 2 pockets. So I've got that goes in that side. And that goes on the other. Okay, there's the other side of the Paris. And then here's the back page. And that's all she wrote. That is my pretty little paper towel journal. I gotta go back in there and fix a few things. But other than that, she is done. She's going to the shop. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming to visit and to spending a little time with me. And hope everybody has a great day. Bye-bye.